Hey guys, what's going on? Nathan here with MTG Spaghetti, and we have a very interesting deck to play with you today. We are playing Mono Blue Infect in Legacy. Now, this is a combo deck more than anything else, and we were just going to do a real quick overview of the deck, and then we're going to get into a league. So, mana base is very simple. Flooded Strands, Polluted Deltas for fetching, Islands, and Inkmoth Nexus as one of your Infect creatures. It's mono blue, so you have very few choices in your Infectors. Pact of Negations to basically counter whatever your opponent has in like removal spells, etc., when you think you're going to win the game. Brainstorm, fine stuff. Same thing with Ponder and Preordain. One Spell Pierce in the main, just because you want to be able to have a diverse amount of counterspells for your opponent's removal and such. Anything that's going to cause you not to win the game the turn that you try to win. Blighted Agent, Infector can't be blocked. We all know Blighted Agent from Modern. Daze, another counterspell. Impulse, more searching. Card draw, card advantage. Cunning Wish is tutor for your sideboard. Basically, we have a couple of our combo pieces in the sideboard. Force Will, Legacy staple counterspell. Searing Wind might seem a little weird before we talk about the way we win, but as you can see, we have Blazing Shoal. So Blazing Shoal is basically free as long as you exile a red card. So it's kind of like a Force of Will type effect, alternate casting costs. So plus X plus O, where X is converted mana cost spell exiled. So that's 9 plus the 1 from either of our Infectors is 10 Infect. Win the game on the spot. Same thing with Progenitus. I think that's 10, isn't it? Yeah, 10. Just exile with Blazing Shoal, make a 10/10 Blighted Agent or Inkmoth Nexus, and win the game. That's pretty much all we're trying to do here. In the sideboard, Pact of Negation, to get with Cunning Wish if we need it, or just to bring in Echoing Truth. I'm not sure what we're trying to bounce exactly. Maybe just like something that's keeping us from attacking, like an Ensnaring Bridge, something like that. Intuition, basically just another tutor to get one of our combo pieces. We have 4 Show and Tells in the sideboard. So the Show and Tell is actually a secondary package. We get these Progenitus so we can Show and Tell a Progenitus if we need to. We also have on the Show and Tell package Omniscience. So we can Show and Tell an Omniscience, cast, we enter the infinite, draw our library, and there was a oh yeah, we have another Searing Wind, so we can actually just 20 our opponent if we go on the Omniscience plan. Cunning Wish, Searing Wind. We also have another Blazing Shoal just to Cunning Wish, and that's pretty much the deck. It looks super janky but super sweet, and we will see how it does. I'm not sure how it's gonna do, but it should be interesting. Match number 1 with Mono Blue Infect, and this is almost a turn 2 kill with Force backup, so we're gonna keep this. I'm sorry, turn 3 because it's Blighted Agent. But if we draw any of our red cards, oh, they're playing. Oh no. Ugh. So we can Pact and Force of Will here, which is fine, I suppose. Oh, they're not even going to do anything. Okay, well, maybe we'll draw like a Brainstorm. Daze. Play Flooded Strand and pass, I guess. They have a Chancellor in hand, so it's going to counter our first spell unless we pay 1. I was hoping they would actually try and combo off that turn, because we had... Are they targeting us or themselves? They're targeting us, which is fine. I guess we should have countered it, but it's not a huge deal. I don't think they're going to take our Blighted Agent, I would have to guess. Ah, that was a mistake. I couldn't tell if they were targeting us. Gets rid of our days. Okay. That's interesting. Wait. Don't keep passing. I am messing up already. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, they're going to Entomb in response. Okay. Well, we're going to cast this Pact of Negation so that it gets countered, and we're not going to pay for it. And we're going to let that Entomb resolve. They put a Grizzlebrand in the yard, which is fine. I'm not really sure what that does for our opponent. Ink Moth. So do we play the Ink Moth and leave so we can force Blighted Agent and still have force if we have another blue card? Or do we play Blighted Agent? I think we just play a Nexus and pass. I'd rather leave up 2 forces. Which, not this turn, but the potential for 2 forces in the following turns. 2 mana. Exhume. Well, we're going to force it. Exile Blighted Agent. And they pass. Flooded Strand is not ideal. So we're going to play our island. Activate Inkmoth Nexus. Get in for 1 Infect and pass the turn. And hopefully we're going to draw one of our red cards or something. They're going to exhume, animate dead. Well, that's bad news for us. I don't think we can beat this. Well, I mean, we're not dealing damage, so maybe we can. I don't know. We just have to get them to attack with the Grizzlebrand, but they've drawn so many cards now. Hey, we needed to draw a blue card really bad. Unmasks us, takes our Force of Will. Yeah. Oh, takes our Blazing Shoal? That makes more sense. I don't think we can win here. Do we have anything for graveyard decks? We don't. I guess Echoing Truth. Show and Tell seems bad in this matchup. There's another Blazing Shoal, so we played. They have 3 Chancellors. Oh my god. Well, we're gonna pass. And if they don't have another reanimation spell, which seems unlikely, Cabal Therapy. Okay. They're going to name Force of Will. They're going to take our Force of Will. They Dark Ritual. I'm not sure what they've got. Entomb. They must have another reanimation spell then. Ashen Rider. Yeah, if they have another okay, yeah. That's game. We can't beat that. Ah, we were so close too. I think we just want to bring in this Echoing Truth and another Pact of Negation. Well, we don't even need the other Pact of Negation, I don't think. Let's just go down an Impulse. And I guess we'll try it again. Hopefully this time we'll play better and not let that Unmask resolve. Which, I mean, we were close to comboing anyway, so it's kind of up in the air. Maybe we do want this Intuition. We'll try that. Alright. Let's go first, and we've got 1 piece. I think we can try this. We can ponder to find something, hopefully. It gives us a lot of looks. And hopefully we can find something. Ugh. Put on top, put on top, put on top. No, because we want the Ink Moth. We don't really want the other island, but we're going to probably just Flooded Strand. Hopefully they can't turn 1 combo us is all. That's the biggest concern. Cracks Bloodstained Mire. Down to 19. It's Badlands, sure. Dark Ritual. Well, Entomb looks like they have it, which is kind of sad. Grizzlebrand. Reanimate. Guess we should have mulliganed. Well, they have a Grizzlebrand, so yeah. Do we have anything that deals damage? We have Searing Wind that deals damage, but that doesn't even do that much. Trying to get rid of cards in hand. Unmasked, targeting us. They're going to take the Blazing Shoal. Well, I'm thinking we are not winning this match at all. I think this is a sealed deal at this point. Our opponent just had it all. At least this game they had it all. And then takes the Ponder. They don't want us to look. And the Thoughtseize? Are they going to take our Preordain? Oh my god. Well, we kind of have to play this Flooded Strand because we don't want to draw another land and pass. Very unfortunate, but this is where we're at. And they can just draw 7 for basically the rest of the game. Oh, this is no bueno. Yep. Down to 13. I mean, we've got intuition, so... I mean, in theory, if they can't reanimate anything else... I'm sure they've got discard, though, so it's not going to matter. We're just going to scoop. We can't win. That's just it. Alright, match 2 with Mono Blue Infect. We will be on the play. We got a Force and a Daze and a Brainstorm, so I think we keep it. We got Cunning Wish for eventually to get a combo piece. We just need a Infector, so we're just going to play an island and pass. See what our opponent does. Rishden Port and an Aether Vial? Yup. Alrighty, D&T's not great. I guess we should have countered that, but, well, put back, draw. Play an Ink Moth, pass turn. Yeah, we definitely should have countered that Aether Vial, because now they have access to Port. I just didn't even think about it. That was stupid. Because I could have Brainstorm Daze. That was dumb. It's okay, though. We have 2 Ink Moth Nexus, Daze, Cunning Wish. We have 2 Cunning Wishes, so we actually... They have a Wasteland. Ooh. Wasteland's kind of bad for us. Wasteland on upkeep. No, they're going to tap on upkeep. Okay. Draw an island. Well, play the island and pass. And we may just hard cast this Daze. See what our opponent does with their Aether Vial. We should have countered that. That was so dumb. Wastelands or Ink Moth? Yep. Plays a Wasteland, I'm sure. Plains, that's not as bad. Alright, well, see what our opponent's doing. Aether Vial's in. Thalia is bad. Well, opponent's tapping our island. Yep, island go. See what our opponent does. Caracas. Doesn't do much against us. We can't impulse. I was thinking we were going to impulse this turn, but we can't. This is really depressing. Upkeep. Opponent's going to tap a land. We're going to impulse in response. Blighted Agent is good. I'm going to take the Blighted Agent. Island is tapped. Progenitus. Oh, okay. That's really good. So play an Ink Moth, go. Next turn we play a Blighted Agent. We have Force of Will, Daze, and we can Cunning Wish for a Searing Blade, a Blazing Shoal, and hopefully win the game. We'll see. Our opponent might have Path. Opponent gets in for 2. We will take it. Plays a Wasteland. Well, that's mildly annoying. Yep, Wastelands are Ink Moth. And opponent's going to try and tap a land. Well, they're going to successfully tap a land. Alright, Flooded Strand, Blighted Agent. See what our opponent has to do. Nothing. Can't path in response. If they try to path, we are 100% going to Force of Will or Daze it. Opponent vials in Flicker Wisp, Recruiter of the Guard. What are they going to get? A Thalia? Flicker Wisp. Okay, so they're searching for a Flicker Wisp. Makes sense. And they can vial it in response to us. We shouldn't have. We shouldn't have let that Aether Vial resolve. That we're gonna lose this game because we let Aether Vial resolve. Opponent's attacking. Yep. We're not blocking because we're not dumb. Well, we are dumb, but not dumb enough to block with a Blighted Agent, fortunately. Shouldn't have let that Aether Vial resolve. God, that was stupid. And they have 2 ports now. Okay. Got it. We're gonna add a mana. Crack Flooded Strand. Grab an island. Cunning Wish. See what our opponent does. Probably not a lot. Yeah. I didn't know that was a May ability. Yeah, I think we just take Blazing Shoal. And we're not gonna combo because they can Flicker Wisp our Blighted Agent. Draw Force of Will. Well, that's a good draw. Opponents. Swords? Well, we're gonna force that. Or actually, let's just daze it. Oh, we can't daze it because of freaking Thalia. Alright. We can't force it either, so yeah. I guess that happens. That's annoying. But D&T for you, I suppose. Well, we really just screwed up when we didn't counter that Aether Vial. Flicker Wisp? Yep. Gonna flicker the Recruiter of the Guard and do stuff and things. Probably get another Flicker Wisp. Let's see, we can't Cunning Wish for what's in our sideboard right now? Show and Tell. We could Cunning Wish. It has to be an instant. So we could Cunning Wish for Echoing Truth to bounce the Aether Vial. Didn't do much. Spell Pierce is not great. 3, 5, 6. We've lost. We've lost. Alright, so D&T. They got a lot of removal. A lot of annoying stuff. So let's just bring in this combo. Bring in the Echoing Truth. Spell Pierce is bad. We're gonna go down a Pact. Go down Searing Wind. Go down handful of these. Impulse. 1 Preordain, 1 Ponder, 1 Brainstorm. One more Impulse. And try it like that. We'll see. I'm not really sure if that's right or not. This hand is garbage, so we're gonna mulligan. This hand is also garbage, so we're gonna lose, it looks like. Holy mother of God, deck. Well, I guess we're keeping it going. Well, there's a Show and Tell. I mean, we could turn 3 Show and Tell. Maybe. Wasteland, that's very bad against us right now. They're gonna Aether Vial. Yep. We're gonna get a Show and Tell, play a land and pass turn, and maybe, just maybe, there's a port, which is pretty annoying, but it's fine. They're gonna port us. Yep, sure. Force of Will is pretty good. Would have been better last turn, but we really want this Show and Tell because now we're live on any of our threats. If we get Omniscience, that's even better, but we'll see. I'm not even really sure what that art is supposed to be. I'm just gonna pass. They're gonna port on our upkeep, I'm sure. I wish we had a way to deal with port. Port is super annoying. Progenitus. Alright, so all we need now is a land, and we can Show and Tell Progenitus with Force of Will backup. They're gonna violin Athalia, and we're gonna be upset. Oh my god. That is so annoying. Yeah, take 2. So now we have to draw 2 lands or a way to deal with this Thalia at instant speed, which is really, really annoying. Go ahead and tap our land. Yep. You're so cool. Preordain. Well, we're gonna do that. Oh, okay, sure. It costs 2 mana because Thalia is annoying, and I hate her. 2 lands, please. No lands. Well, we're gonna bottom both and draw Preordain. Cool. It's exactly what we wanted to draw. We're gonna lose. I mean, we did mulligan to 4, and our opponent has all the mana denial ever. I mean, if they would tap their mana, all of it. Okay. Recruiter of the Guard. We don't really even care about countering it because we want to have a counter spell for literally. Well, I mean, I guess Progenitus just doesn't get targeted by anything. Plays another Crocs. Well, that's really freaking great for you, isn't it? I'm a little salty. I usually don't care too much, but D&T is making me super salty right now. Lands. Well, there's a land. Bottom, top, play a land, go. We don't need another Progenitus. At least it's protection from Caracas. Do your little thing. Flicker Wisp your Recruiter of the Guard. Be funny. Yep. Get your Recruiter of the Guard. Get a thing. What'd they get? Another Flicker Wisp? Maybe we should have countered that Recruiter of the Guard then, I guess. I mean, it's pointless at this point, but opponent's getting in for 6. Yep, we're taking it. We really need to find, like, a land. Which is why I'm not going to fetch with this Flooded Strand. They're going to tap. Go ahead. Yep. Land, please. Omniscience. Omniscience is really good if we draw land because we can show and tell the Omniscience into play and then we can cast everything for free. So, we'll see. Taking 3, 6. We're actually dead if we don't. If we draw Enter the Infinite, we win. I think, yeah. There's battlefield non-creatures with. Awesome. Well, we lose. Match 3 with Mono Blue Infect. Poor record so far. Not looking forward to this next match. Well, we have a turn 3 kill if our opponent doesn't kill us before then. Cloud Post. We might be okay. I think we can Cunning Wish for a Pact if we need to. Gains a life, doesn't matter. Gains 2 life, excuse me. 3 mana, Matter Reshaper, doesn't matter a lot. We draw a Pact of Negation. Well, play a Blighted Agent and pass. We might just be so down in the dumps, and we might just be winning on turn 3. Yep, taking 3. You got it. No blocks. See what our opponent has on their second main. Cloud Post and Thought Knot. That's fine because I'm pretty sure whatever they take with Thought Knot, we couldn't pact it. We don't have the mana to Cunning Wish. So basically, they take Progenitus. Let me double check. They take Blazing Shoal. Well, that's stupid. I guess they don't really get that. Searing Wind and Instant. Okay, so we have either one we could have gotten, so it didn't matter what they take because we had both. And we draw Searing Wind. Well, 1, 2, 3. Cunning Wish. Yes, please. Get a Blazing Shoal. Target. Just exile. Get him for 11 Infect. Opponent's like, oh, well, that happens. That was cool. That was cool. Do we change anything here? I don't think we change. Well, they can Chalice. If they Chalice, that's annoying. I'm not sure. The only thing I'm really worried about is a Chalice. Let's bring in the Echoing Truth and go down a Pact of Negation. Actually, I don't think we even need Pact of Negation here. It's very unlikely. Well, I don't think we need it, and I think I would rather have like an Intuition. If we bring in a Show and Tell, just in case we get to a point where we're stuck with Progenitus in hand and we can Intuition, we'll call that good enough. I'm not sure if it's right. Maybe we should have kept one Pact instead of the. Well, we have Force, Cunning Wish, Ponder, and Daze, so I think this is a keeper. Plays land, pass. Well, we're gonna we're gonna turn 1 Ponder. And top. No shuffle. Take the Blazing Shoal and pass the turn. Wastes. Thorn. I think we just want to daze that, because that's just really freaking annoying. Alright. Draw. Island. Ponder. Put on top. Put on top. Put on top. No shuffle. Oops, I wanted to draw the other thing. That's fine. Pass the turn. Yep, they gain some life. Definitely Force of Will. Don't want them to have our Blazing Shoal. And we're gonna draw Preordain. We're just gonna play a strand, crack the strand, because we know one of the cards on top. Cast Preordain. Put on top, put on top. Draw the Blighted Agent. Ah, we did that backwards. Alright, pass the turn. It's okay. It's not a huge deal. There's an Eye of Ugin. It's 3, 4. Endbringer. Ugh. That's not good. They can kill our Blighted Agent with that. So, cast Preordain. Bottom, top. Brainstorm. What do we do here? They can kill our Blighted Agents. Cunning Wish. Let's put our Blighted Agents back on top. Play the island. Pass the turn. Next turn we can Cunning Wish for a... No, it's in our deck now, isn't it? Ah, I should have looked. Sword of Feast and Famine. Okay. Equipping Endbringer. That's bad for us. Well, I think we just have to discard this Force of Will. Yeah, we really don't have anything here. Untaps their lands. Plays a Jeet. Yeah, we... Equips. Passes. I don't think we can win here. It's not even worth it. Alright, well, let's put that back in the sideboard. Another show and tell. Maybe we should bring in the packs again. Do we want the Spell Pierce? Probably not. It's just something we can discard to Force of Will at worst. They've got big stuff, so I don't think like show and tell is worth it here. Maybe we just want all of our packs. Well, not all of our packs, but maybe we want to do that. Maybe that's what we want to do. Just the way we had it. There's one change. A pact for an intuition. I guess. I don't know. We'll try it and see. This isn't horrible. Hopefully we can preordain into something halfway decent. Hopefully some lands. Crack, island, preordain. No lands, so bottom both. Draw Cunning Wish. Well, we got plenty of stuff to pitch to this Force of Will. Ancient Tomb. And passes. There's a Progenitus. Well, there's part of our combo. Put back Progenitus, Island, Ink Moth, go. See what our opponent does. Opponent's looking over their options. We don't really need this Blighted Agent right now. All we need, are we drawing Island or Progenitus? I don't remember how I stacked it. This is why I'm bad at Legacy. So, we have Daze and Force of Will, so we're not, like, under a lot of pressure. But, well, I think we just Daze because we get value out of it. Actually, if I knew I was drawing the land, I think I am drawing the land. But I still want to, yeah. We still want to do this. Let's it go. And passes. Did draw the land, because if we intuition, then we get rid of our, let's play the Blighted Agent and pass. Because the only other thing we were doing is brainstorming. And when we draw that, all we have to do is Cunning Wish for our Blazing Shoal and then we should win, in theory. Opponent. Grim Monolith. Sure. Don't really care much about the Grim Monolith. 4. Are they casting an Endbringer? Walking Ballista? Yeah, that's getting forced. Pitch the Intuition. Opponent passes. We draw Progenitus. So we just win here, right? Cast the Cunning Wish. Yes. Get Blazing Shoal. Cast it, target, discard, or exile. And get him for 11 Infect. Hey, we finally won! Alright, well that's what the deck is supposed to do, which is pretty sweet. Alright, match number 4. Mono Blue Infect, and we got a Daze and a Preordain. We're playing first, so I think that's fine. Let's just Island Preordain. We want both of these. Put on top. Probably want to have the Force of Will first. And then next turn we can Island. Are they playing the same deck? Well, Ink Moth. Impulse. Grab a Brainstorm. Pass the turn. See what our opponent's doing. Maybe they're playing Fish. Plays an Island. Interesting. Are they playing Fish? They're not doing anything, which makes me curious. Alright, well, let's play a Delta. Let's just pass. We might Cunning Wish end of turn with Force and Daze backup. We still have this Ink Moth. Arid Mesa. So they are not playing the same deck that we are. We'll crack Delta. Grab an Island. Cast Cunning Wish. See what they do. Nothing. Alright. Well, we're gonna take Blazing Shoal. Untap. Preordain. Top. Play Ink Moth. So we have Force of Will and Daze. I think we just go for it. This is the one that doesn't have summoning. So activate. Go to combat. Attack. See if they're expecting us to try and kill them. We do have 2 counter spells. I mean, if they have removal and 2 counter spells also. See if they're ready to move to blocks. They are, so we're gonna try and win here. Blazing Shoal lets it resolve and dies. No idea what they're playing other than Islands and Brainstorm. Okay. All right then. I don't even know if we change anything. Like, if I knew for sure they were playing Show and Tell, I would definitely bring in Omniscience. But I don't know. So I think we just run it back. I have no idea what they're playing, so we'll see. Alright, game 2. They're playing first. If we draw lands, we need lands and an Infect creature, but this isn't terrible. We have a Progenitus, so if they are playing Show and Tell, Plains. Alrighty. No idea what they're doing then. Let's crack Delta, Island. Let's Preordain. Bottom, top, because we do need an Infect creature. Opponent. Another Plains. What are they playing? Well, let's Brainstorm. Try and find some lands. No lands. Good God. Well, put back. And I guess pass. If we should have kept both of them. That would have been smart. Let's discard a Brainstorm. Plays an Arid Mesa. Passes. Alright. Well, we draw a Brainstorm. We'll cast a Brainstorm. Alright, so Put on top. Put on top. We're gonna discard a Progenitus so that we can we can shuffle. Jeez, this is awful. It's a Tundra. So they're playing Miracles, I guess. I don't even know. You're gonna go to cleanup. Shuffler library. Opponent. Jace. Well, we're gonna try and daze that. See what our opponent does. Let's go. Maybe we'll draw a land. Probably not though. Pact of Negation. Well, let's brainstorm. Hey, there are some lands. Alright, so put on top. Put on top. Pass the turn. Now we're getting somewhere. Finally. Turn 5. We're finally finding a second land. Jeez. Alright, well, Force of Will. Getting rid of Pact of Negation. See what our opponent does. They're going to Force of Will our Force of Will. I think we let that resolve. Force of Will. Discard Cunning Wish. Let's it go. Because we really can't let them have a Jace. That's just too much value. Land, crack, island, blighted agent. And pass. Hopefully we will draw either a Blazing Shoal or something to search up a Blazing Shoal. And our opponent won't draw removal. I don't know what's all in their hand though. They don't have a lot left. Down to 3, back up to 4 after this ponder. Opponent does not shuffle. Alright. We might just start poking in. Play Flooded Strand. Ponder. Top. 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 No shuffle. Crack Flooded Strand. Island. Preordain. Bottom both. Impulse. Well, let's poke in for 1. See if our opponent has a removal spell. Does not. 1 Infect. And predict. Targeting themselves. Choosing Counterbalance. Mills Counterbalance. Draws 2. And passes. Alright. Well, let's Impulse. Look for something. None of these actually do anything. I guess we take Force, play Ink Moth. I mean, technically we can force pitching Progenitus if we absolutely have to. Just keep poking in with Blighted Agent until they do something about it. Flashes a Snapcaster Mage. Alright, we're not going to force that. For a Brainstorm. Alright. Brainstorms. Yep. Opponent goes to their turn. See what they do. Plays a Flooded Strand. Probably gets in for 2. Yep. We take it. Down to 13 and passes. There's a daze. Well, we're just going to fire up this Ink Moth and try and get in for 2. See what our opponent does about it. Attacks. Opponent. Swords. I think that's worth fighting over. And we don't really care about this daze. At this point in the game, daze is bad. Let's go, and opponent, Snapcaster Swords. Alright. Good on you, good on you. Alright, well they're taking 1. Up to 3, in fact. Cracks Flooded Strand for an island. They have ugly basics. Why did they get such ugly basics? I'm not an elitist by any means, but like full arts are not expensive online, and you should definitely have them, even if it's just like bolus lands. Well, there's Jace. Can't do anything about that. Brainstorms. Yep. Well, we can try and win next turn if we draw Blazing Shoal, or if we draw Blazing Shoal or a tutor for it. Well, that's a daze. So that does nothing. I guess we get in for 1. Yep. Don't really care about the Jace at this point. I don't think it's going to matter. I think we're just going to lose this match. Then again, we couldn't really sideboard because we didn't know what our opponent was playing. So now I definitely think we bring in the show and tells. Taken 4, yep. Down to 5. And I think we're just going to lose here. There's an Ink Moth, but that doesn't do much. think we got like one turn. Get in. Opponent, Snapcasters. Yep, 4 predict. If they have a removal spell, then they win. We can still block with this Ink Moth. So we can't win next turn, but we cannot die next turn. So we'll see. Opponent attacks with everything. Well, we activate Ink Moth. See if they have a removal spell. Does not. We'll trade with a Snapcaster Mage. Go to 1. Opponent has 8 cards in hand, so probably... I mean, I don't think... Even if we did get a Blazing Shoal, I don't even think it would matter because all we have is a Daze. Maybe if we had a Pact of Negation instead of a Daze, but it is what it is. Opponent plays a land, goes to discard. Well, I mean, here we go. Do you have a counter in your 7 spells? You do. We lose. Alright, well, let's bring in the show and tells. Pact of Negation. Omniscience, enter the infinite. Go down. A couple of impulses. One of each of these. Spell Pierce is still good. Pact is good. Well, actually, we don't actually have to have the packs because we're not really trying to infect them out at this point. We just want to show and tell an Omniscience and play everything for free. We will go down 1. Maybe we just go down 1. Enter the infinite. We need to bring in this intuition. Go down 1 Cunning Wish. Go down 1 Enter the Infinite? Oh no, because then we can't do the intuition for it. Go down another Cunning Wish and try it like that. Then we have multiple plans of attack against them. It's a lot of cantripping, but we'll take it. See if we can't ponder into something good. Actually, we're gonna preordain. Do we want this Cunning Wish? I think we do. Because we have an Ink Moth. So put on top. Draw the Ink Moth. Pass the turn. Because if we have the Cunning Wish, we can get one of our spells. I think that's worth it. Draw that. Play Ink Moth. Ponder. Alright, put on top. Ah, I messed that up. No. Put on top. Don't shuffle. Yeah. This is why I don't play Legacy. I was not paying attention. I was like, this is the card I want to draw. Put it on top. And then I was like, oh wait, there are 2 more cards. At least in Paper Magic, I'd be like, wait, that's not what I want to do. But as soon as you hit put on top on Magic Online, it's like, nope, you've committed to this. Opponents finishing up their ponder, plays a Flooded Strand, passes the turn. Island, Brainstorm. Put on top. Oh, if we keep this, so Daze and Intuition on top. Play Blighted Agent. See what our opponent does. Probably not gonna Daze a counter spell. It's an island. Brainstorms. Okay. Alright. Resolves Brainstorm. Opponent. If we Daze, we can't Cunning Wish. Well, we can Cunning Wish. Yeah. Let's Daze. See if they have another spell. Does not. Blighted Agent resolves. This does mean we can't Spell Pierce back up our Cunning Wish, which means we're probably not going to go for it. We're just going to Island. Do we animate? I think we animate and attack for 2 and just kind of like attrition. And then if we can run our opponent out of spells, then we're in good shape. We have this Spell Pierce, which is hopefully gonna do something. Because at any point in time, we can cast either one of these to grab our other combo piece. So it can be our, it doesn't have, like, it can be our main phase that we can do that. And if we wait until next turn, we can have Spell Pierce back up if we don't use it. Opponent cracks their Flooded Strand. Gets in Plains. Gets a Plains. Go to their turn. Scalding Tarn. And passes. Well, let's see. We have Daze also, so let's Polluted Delta. Crack it. Island. Cast this Cunning Wish. See what our opponent does. Opponent's thinking. Tapping some mana. Snapcaster Mage. For Brainstorm? For Brainstorm. Alright. Opponent's gonna Brainstorm. Yep. They must not have another counter spell. It seems like they would have a removal spell in their hand. Resolves Brainstorm. Cunning Wish on the stack. Crack Scalding Tarn. For a Tundra. Okay. Spell Pierce. Well, we are going to Spell Pierce their Spell Pierce. See what our opponent does. They might concede. If they have Force, we have Daze. They have Force. Force targeting our Spell Pierce. It's fine. Daze the Spell Pierce. Resolves. Cunning Wish. Resolves. Get Blazing Shoal. Blazing Shoal or Blighted Agent. Go to combat. Get in. And I think we won. Would you look at that? Oh man, that was awesome. That was super, super sweet. Alright, round 5 with Mono Blue Infect. And opponents thinking about whether they want to play first or not. I would say don't do it. Oh, they choose to play first. Well, this hand is trash. If we had an island, it would be great. But we don't. Basically the same hand, but with an island, so we'll keep it. Blazing Shoal, that's a keeper. We're very close to our combo. Opponent's Misty and passes. Rug Delver, probably. Could... I'm not sure what else it could be. Well, let's Preordain. Looking for lands. Opponents cracking Misty in response to our Preordain. Gets an Underground Sea, so not Rug Delver. Are they going to Brainstorm in response to our Preordain? They're going to Spell Pierce our Preordain. Alright. That's fine with us. That's fine with us. Oh man, that is it must be Grixis control. That was very aggressive. Esper control? I don't know what they're doing. Are they... Well, we're gonna force... Well, do we care? I guess we force that. I mean, worst comes to worst, we get a force out of their hand. They let that go. Draw land, please. Land, yes. Alright. Let's just play this Blighted Agent and pass. I mean, if they got a removal spell, then they got a removal spell. I could have Brainstormed instead, but I would rather hold that and see if we can find a piece for our Blazing Shoal. And just try and win. Opponent probably confused. Ponders. Alright. I do find it interesting that they countered our Preordain. That just seems way too aggressive. Because, like, when we Blazing Shoal, if you Spell Pierce that makes sense. But does not shuffle. Cast Delver. So we can win this turn if we draw... Alright. Well, let's just go for it. I mean... They're F6'd. Opponent's like, oh, well, yeah. Double Daze doesn't do it. They F6'd. We won. Alright. Well, I think this is another show and tell matchup. Because I guess it's like Esper Delver. So show and telling and omniscience just wins the game. Let's just bring all that in. Go down our packs. Go down one of each cantrip. Go down an impulse. Go down two Cunning Wishes. And 1 Enter the Infinite. Well, no, can't do that, forgot. Go down 1 Impulse. And try it like that. I think that's what we want to do. We'll see what our opponent does. They're probably going to be trying to play around killing our Blighted Agent and countering our Blazing Shoal. So just going Show and Tell Omniscience and Enter the Infinite wins us the game. So we'll see. Alright, game 2 of our final match, Mono Blue Infect. And waiting to draw our hand so we can mulligan it because it's bad. Man, this would be so good if we had like anything, but I'm afraid of keeping this and just losing. I mean, we could just Show and Tell off the top. That would be so good. Because we would just win. But I don't think we can keep it. I think we have to mulligan that. This is close to a good hand. Ponder will keep on top. Because we do want to draw Ponder. Opponent plays a Tundra. Brainstorm? Nope. Delver. Do we want to counter this Delver? I don't think so. I don't think Delver matters that much. So Island, Ponder, top, top, top. No shuffle. Pass the turn. So we have next turn, Flooded Strand, Cracket, Blighted Agent. We have Daze and Force of Will. Flips with a Inquisition and casts a Ponder. Looking for lands, probably. Opponent's pondering hard. Alright. Does not shuffle. Plays a Tundra. Alright. Moving to combat. Gets in for 3. You got it. Down to 17. And passes. Alright. Well, we are going to draw our Cunning Wish. Play Flooded Strand. Crack Flooded Strand. Grab an island. Run out this Blighted Agent. We got 2 counter spells. Opponent dazes. Well, I guess we have to force it. Get rid of Impulse. Opponent lets it go. Blighted Agent resolves, and we pass. They did a good job playing around Daze. They play the Tundra. Getting in for 3. If we draw a land, and they don't have a removal spell, then we might win. If they have a Force in hand, there's a Delver. They can still pay for Daze. Progenitus. Hey. Well, let's go attacking. Get in. Really need a land. Real bad. Up to 1 Infect. Delver flips with a Swords. I think we just lost. They're gonna Swords. Yep. Opponent's gonna get in for 6. Ay. Think we lost here. I mean, our hand was just okay. We had a lot of good pieces, but it just... not enough lands, didn't really work together. Maybe we should have kept that first hand and hoped Wasteland awful against us. We draw. Nothing? Are you wanting to Wasteland our island? Because that's not going to work. Searing Wind, and we lose. Alright, well, I don't think we change anything. I think we just run it back. Oh, I didn't bring in that Intuition. Well, that's not good. Bring in Intuition for a Force of Will. Would be pretty sweet if we could win though. With the get the Omniscient Show and Tell, Enter the Infinite double Searing Wind win. That would be pretty spectacular, really. This is a very disappointing hand. This is also a disappointing hand, but we've got so many combo pieces and we get a Scry. We're going to try it, but I'm probably going to lose this. Oh, there's Pollutant Delta that we want. Well, play a Delta and pass. Like if... I think we would just Force of Will with Progenitus. Inquisition? Sure, you hit nothing. They're just going to look at the hand and be like, What? Oh, man. They're gonna be so confused. Like, alright. Well, alright, play land and pass. Opponent plays a Misty. Cracks Misty down to 19 for another C. And him. Is it better to force Progenitus here than to discard 2 random cards? So either way, we're discarding 2 cards. I think that's better. Because I would rather go for the show and tell. And opponent passes. Hopefully we draw either a land or a cantrip. Cantrip would be really good here. Island. Well, we'll play the island. Pass the turn. I brought in him. That's really weird. What is this deck even doing? They cast another him. Nope. There's a ponder. Opponent's pondering. Sorry. Draws a card. Does not shuffle. Most of the time you don't. And brainstorms. Okay. God, we're so close. So close to the combo. We even have a Searing Wind in hand. Opponent plays a Tundra and passes. We draw a Blighted Agent. Well, crack Delta. Island. Play Blighted Agent. And pass. They don't counter it. They probably have a swords. No? Okay. I figured they'd just kill it, but I mean, we'll poke in for 10 turns if we have to. Now they swords. Alright, that's fine. Kind of figured that was happening. Black mana. Do they have a Thoughtseize? Gurmag Dangler. Well, that puts us at a clock. Alright, what do we draw? What do we draw? Spell Pierce. Well, pass the turn. Spell Pierce is good if we draw something. Plays a Wasteland. Yep. Gets in for 5. You got it. Down 14. I feel like we're falling behind. Ponder. Well, Ponder's really good here. Bunch of counter spells. So I think we're just gonna shuffle because I don't want either of these. Put on top. I mean, I would take the Force of Will, but shuffle or library. Get an island. Well, play the island. Pass the turn. Ugh. We really need a show and tell. We brought in Intuition, right? We brought in Intuition. Opponents attacking us for 5. Yep. 2-turn clock. Down to 9. Plays a land. Pass the turn. I think we just go ahead and crack that for an island. So we don't have to do anything in response. Bet there's a show and tell on top. Draw. Opponents stopping on our upkeep. We draw a land. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're about 5 lands away from casting Omniscience. And we can't really do that. Oh man, we're gonna lose. It's so depressing. We even have a counter spell. Opponents. Opponent ponders. You got it. I'm gonna leave this Flooded Strand in case we draw a Brainstorm into another cantrip and do the things. Unless they try to wasteland it, I guess, but that would be kind of silly because it's just blowing up a land. Him. Well, we lost our Omniscience, which is real depressing. We're going down to 3. Yep. Don't think we can win here. We have to... Yeah. Well, that's the game. Oh, well. That's just the way it goes, I suppose. Alright. Well, Mono Blue Infect was, it was kind of cool. It had some really cool... I mean, we got a turn 3 kill. There's a turn 2 kill. We didn't get it. You go Ink Moth, Island, activate, Blazing Shoal. You have to have the perfect hand, but we didn't. We did have a turn 3 with Blinded Agent, which was really cool. Overall, the deck went 2-3. I think we could have had a game 3 against D&T, but that was my fault. I misplayed that pretty hard. I never got to do the show and tell omniscience plan. We got really close to doing it. We just never found a show and tell. But the deck was pretty fun. Like, it was pretty cool. It had it had like the combo is really powerful, but I don't know. I guess in Legacy, where people can just kill you on turn one, and it's just such a powerful format that I don't know if this is strong enough to win anything competitive. But it was definitely fun. It was definitely cool. We never really got to do any cool stuff like, oh, well, I'm going to Pact of Negation and Response because, I'm going to win this turn. We didn't get to do anything like that. But, I mean, we got to do a couple of cool things. It was a fun deck. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed, let me know. Leave a comment, email me, whatever. Send me some deck lists that I can play. And I'll see you next time.